Tonight, we start off by taking a look at registration of the President installation and the involvement update. Then we'll inform you about the College of Nursing's new sensory inclusive trailer, as well as CSSE helping children develop some important skills. We'll also take a look nationally by updating you on more U.S. citizens missing in Mexico and extreme flooding in California. Finally, you'll get an Auburn sports update and the pet of the week. All of that and more is coming up next on Eagle Eye's Monday News at 6. Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Nicholas Wetzel.
And I'm Kelis McGhee.
It's almost here. The upcoming installation of Auburn University President Christopher B. Roberts will take place at 3 p.m. on April 13th at the J. and Susie Douche Performing Arts Center. Because this event has limited seating, the university is offering a registration period for anyone interested in attending. Registration opens today, March 13th, and is for all members of the campus community on a first-come, first-served basis. Registration is required in advance via the registration link on the installation webpage. This event is a wonderful opportunity for students, staff, faculty, and community members to share their support with President Roberts. All tickets will be emailed this week. Actually, it will be emailed on the week of April 3rd. If you are unable to attend the event, it will be live that day at aub.ie/Roberts21.
Searching for some fun campus activities with everyone back on campus? We'll look no further. Involvement Ambassador Lydia Wedetz is here to give you the scoop on all the activities and events you can get involved with on campus.
War Eagle guys, my name is Lydia Wedetz and I'm here with your involvement update. The first update I have for y'all is that involvement applications close Tuesday, March 14th, and their last information session is Monday, March 13th at 3 p.m. Next up is that UPC has lots of fun events planned this week. On Wednesday, March 15th, they are hosting a Boards and Bow event where you can learn new charcuterie board skills, and they will provide dessert from the Irritable Bow. They're also playing Shrek on the campus screen at 7 p.m. on Thursday, March 16th. The game room on the first floor of the Melton Student Center officially opens at 3:30 on Wednesday, March 15th, so be sure to stop by for all of the new and exciting improvements. Application season is here. AU Involve has every application listed, so be sure to check out organizations' pages and social media for updates. My last update for today is to be sure to check out organization days on Haley Concourse every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to stay up to date on ways you can get involved throughout the semester. And just as a reminder, AU Involve has information about everything going on around campus, so I encourage y'all to check that out for more involvement opportunities. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to an involvement ambassador at involve@auburn.edu. Thanks guys, and War Eagle.
When we return from this short break, we'll tell you all about the College of Nursing's new sensory inclusive trailer. Then you'll hear about CSSE, helping children develop some important skills. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Last week, Auburn became the first university nationwide to have a vehicle designed for individuals with sensory needs. The Sensory Activation Vehicle, or SAV, comes as a result of a partnership between the College of Nursing, the Merritt Stewart family, and Culture City, a nonprofit working to create sensory accessibility and inclusivity for all. The vehicle will be at both on-campus and off-campus events. It provides a quiet space, interactive sensory stations, and other resources for individuals who become overstimulated during events. According to Culture City, the trailers also educate the general community about the sensory needs of certain individuals and provide tools to organizations to help individuals to stay through an event so they can become part of the Auburn community.
20 children in Auburn University's Computer Science and Arts for All program are learning valuable skills related to computers and music. Children ranging from grades 3 through K-5 participated in a curriculum this weekend with Computer Science and Software Engineering, or CSSE. The curriculum proved to enhance their abilities and interest in STEM courses, which stands for science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics. They're also encouraging careers that promote creativity and communication skills. During lessons, students learn to program robots to play a rhythm pattern and dance to other patterns, while coding dance moves for the robot to perform. Parents were also present and expressed surprise at the skills their children were able to quickly pick up on, along with their passion for science and creativity.
With everything happening on Auburn's campus on a daily basis, it can be easy to miss things every once in a while. With research being such an important part of our institution, it is always something to celebrate when new breakthroughs are made. Amal Kadumi, in Auburn University's Harrison College of Pharmacy, has recently found that extra virgin olive oil may have positive effects on individuals with mild cognitive impairment. Her findings were published in the journal Nutrients and suggest that compounds found in olive oil impact brain health and improve the blood-brain barrier. She utilized 25 participants for the experiment, where they did several tests before and after olive oil consumption. While there will be further studies done, the results support that health benefits of olive oil against Alzheimer's disease, and according to Kadumi, adding it to your diet can maintain a healthy brain and improve memory function.
The College of Education created a new minor called Psychology of Learning. The minor is for students interested in teaching or discovering more about the learning process. The minor will offer a variety of courses in both face-to-face and distance formats, and will provide a foundation for current or future teachers at any level. Coursework in the minor will include classic and contemporary approaches to teaching and learning. If you are interested in declaring the minor, you can visit the Psychology of Minor website.
The Video Center is hosting 2 final sessions of the Engaged and Active Student Learning Academy workshops. The sessions will take place on March 17th from 8:30 a.m. until noon, and on April 4th from 12:30 p.m. until 3:30 p.m. Both sessions will be in the ACLC in room 259, and food will be provided during the workshop. The workshops will prepare faculty to teach in EASL classrooms, but the information learned can also help teach in any instructional setting. When we come back, we'll inform you of more U.S. citizens missing in Mexico and extreme flooding in California. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
President Joe Biden will deliver remarks Monday on how the U.S. will maintain a steady banking system. This comes less than a week after Silicon Valley Bank collapsed and caused the second largest failure of a financial institution in U.S. history. John Lornick reports.
Customers of the collapsed Silicon Valley Bank can exhale. President Joe Biden says their money is safe. In a statement Sunday, the White House said Americans can have, quote, confidence that their bank deposits will be there when they need them.
I've been working all weekend with our banking regulators to design appropriate policies to address this situation.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the government has no plans to bail out SVB, but she adds steps will be taken to provide assistance in resolving the matter.
I can't really provide further details at this time, but what I do want to do is emphasize that the American banking system is really safe and well capitalized. It's resilient.
Silicon Valley Bank crumbled Friday morning in what is the largest closure of a U.S. lender since 2008.
There are a lot of unanswered questions here. I think we're going to want to dive into how the bank could have made such poor decisions and put so many of its customers and others at risk.
And lawmakers say there needs to be repercussions for this failure.
We cannot keep bailing out private companies because there's no consequences to their actions. People, when they make mistakes or break the law, have to be held accountable in this country.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The state of Texas is urging people not to visit Mexico for spring break. The Department of Public Safety there is warning that a spike in drug cartel violence across the border could cost travelers their lives. This is as we learn of yet another group now missing after crossing the border. The 3 women from Texas disappeared 2 weeks ago while on their way to sell clothes at a flea market. CNN's Rafael Romo has more.
It's been just a little over a week since 4 Americans from South Carolina were attacked and kidnapped in Mexico. As we previously reported, 2 of them tragically were killed. And now there's a new mystery. 3 women living in Texas are believed to be missing in Mexico after they crossed the U.S. border over 2 weeks ago, according to police. Authorities say the women are 2 sisters and a friend who crossed into Mexico on February 24. They were headed to the city of Montemorelos in the Mexican state of Nuevo León to sell clothes at a flea market. Mexican authorities told CNN about 80 agents from several law enforcement agencies are looking for the women. Regarding the kidnapped Americans, CNN has obtained and geolocated new video showing all 4 of them just hours before they were attacked on March 3rd. It was a live-streamed video taken by one of the victims. The images showed the group driving to a medical appointment in Matamoros across the border from Brownsville, Texas, but they never made it there. Mexico is the 2nd most popular destination for medical tourism globally. In 2020 alone, there were an estimated 1.4 to 3 million patients traveling into the country to take advantage of inexpensive treatment, according to Patients Beyond Borders, an international healthcare consulting company contacted by CNN. Rafael Romo, CNN, Atlanta.
It is what City of Atlanta leaders call a necessary facility. But ever since the 2021 announcement that a public safety training center would be built, there has been growing controversy, along with clashes between protesters and police. Isabel Rosales breaks down the timeline of events up to now.
A nearly 400-acre woodland near southeast Atlanta thrust into the national spotlight. A violent clash between activists and police ended with 23 people facing domestic terrorism charges last weekend.
I think it was an overreaction to the destruction of property. And so when the question is property over people, I choose people over property.
Police claim violent agitators conducted a coordinated attack on officers and construction equipment.
When you throw Molotov cocktails, large rocks, a number of items at officers, your only intent is to harm.
Protesters rebuke the claims and say police indiscriminately arrested people in a park separate from this violence. It's the latest flashpoint in a years-long saga against what activists are calling Cop City. Summer 2021. The city announces plans to turn 85 acres of forest into a state-of-the-art public safety training center to help boost morale and recruitment efforts.
The united front must be led.
But activists fiercely push back, and the Stop Cop City movement is born. Among their worries, environmental harm to one of the largest remaining green spaces in the area. Opponents also view the project as a response to the 2020 protests against police killings of Black Americans, saying they fear the facility will militarize police and further contribute to instances of police brutality. Despite the public outcry, Atlanta City Council greenlights the project in September of 2021.
There's still going to be an urban forest there. This is the beginning of a very long conversation.
Several people are arrested after security cameras capture an apparent Molotov cocktail-style incendiary thrown toward officers in May of 2022. Several months later, 5 more demonstrators are arrested and charged with domestic terrorism.
We used to call that a sit-in protest. Now it's terrorism.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation claims activists threw rocks at police cars and first responders. In January, tensions reach a new level after law enforcement officers fatally shoot Manuel Terán, a 26-year-old activist, while carrying out a clearing operation on encampments near the future facility. A state trooper was also shot and wounded in the incident, but Terán's mother says her son was a pacifist.
All Manuel wanted to do was to protect the forest. If they had no malice and no intention of committing illegal acts.
Stop Cop City!
police killing leads to protests in downtown Atlanta. Police say they become destructive, with some in the crowd breaking windows and attacking police vehicles.
Let me reiterate, there's a difference between protest and what's happening there. And what you just read, what's being tweeted out, I think validates that we're dealing not with protesters, but with criminals.
Neither side appears to be budging.
It has been essentially a war of attrition by the city of Atlanta, yet still our numbers and support continue to grow.
As protesters mobilize in hopes of stopping Cop City, local and state leaders insist a training facility will be built.
When we come back, we'll give you the sports update from last week with Chandler McDougal. You're watching EY TV, Auburn's news leader.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Chandler McDougal here with your quick fix of Auburn sports. It's March, folk, and Auburn is going dancing. Men's basketball earned a 9-seed spot in the NCAA tournament in the Midwest region. The Tigers will play on Thursday at 5:50 against 8-seed Iowa in Birmingham. In the last game of the regular season, the Orange and Blue get revenge on Tennessee in a 79-70 win at home to secure their 5th 20th win season in 6 years. However, the Tigers did not make a strong run in the SEC tournament, following the Arkansas 76-73 in the second round. Auburn Gymnastics wrapped up the regular season as well with a win over Penn State. The number 9 Tigers recorded their 3rd highest score of the season, 197.6, despite the fact that Suni Lee was not competing. Coach Grauber and the girls now have their sights on the SEC Championship that will be held on Saturday in Duluth, Georgia. That is all we have for you tonight, but make sure to stay up to date with all things Auburn sports by visiting our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, following our Twitter at EETV_sports. I'm Chandler McDougal, and we will be right back.
The latest installment in a popular horror movie franchise had a frighteningly good debut. But David Daniel has early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters.
Come on. So cute. Cocaine Bear showed up in 5th place with $6.2 million. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania closed in on $200 million in domestic box office with a 4th place weekend worth $7 million. 65, starring Adam Driver, crash landed in 3rd place, opening with $12.3 million.
Hey, my man, can I help you? Let me get an autograph. No.
Creed 3 lost the title, but $27.2 million put the boxing flick over $100 million domestic in just 10 days.
There's a darkness inside of me.
Scream 6 Deep Six the competition. The slasher flick topped the chart with $44.5 million, the best debut in franchise history. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
A world-famous painting gets a makeover from art lovers everywhere, but it's not without controversy. Jeremy Roth explains in today's Take a Look at This.
A competition to recreate a world-famous painting has yielded some striking and even controversial results. While the iconic 15th century work Girl with the Pearl Earring is out on loan from the Netherlands Mauritshuis Museum, in its place the museum is featuring finalists from a competition to reimagine the famous work. Called My Girl with the Pearl, the contest was flooded with more than 3,400 submissions, some surreal, some silly, and at least one finalist sparking controversy for the use of AI technology to recreate the work. That submission is one of several now on a loop in a digital frame in the Dutch Museum. Fans of Spider-Man can now marvel at a museum exhibit featuring letters to a fictional address from the comic book that also happens to be real. In 1989, 20 Ingram Street was featured in an issue of Spider-Man, and for 30 years, a family that lived at that real address in Queens received letters from Spidey fans thinking the web slinger really lived there. The home even received credit card offers for Peter Parker. The letters are now immortalized in a Brooklyn museum showcasing how the art imitated life. Or was it the other way around? And finally, vulgar or just vegan? That was the question at the heart of a debate over this vanity plate owned by a driver in Maine who says he's a vegan who loves tofu. The Bureau of Motor Vehicles said the plate could be interpreted as vulgar and had to be removed. The driver fought the ruling, but after losing an appeal, he says he won't pursue this beef anymore either. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Are you looking for a sweet new addition to your life? Our new pet of the week, Mouse, is on the calmer side and is just an oversized lapdog if we're being honest. Although he is great with people, Mouse would do best in a home without small dogs or cats. Mouse does well in his kennel and enjoys the presence of everyone he meets. He is heartworm negative, neutered, and ready to hop on into your car and go home with you. Apply online for him today. We are out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagerlyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Nicholas Wetzel.
And I'm Kelis McGhee. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.